Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel RVCCIS.info, where faculty representatives from Rock Valley College's Computers and Information Systems Department talks to you, our community at large, about things roughly having to do with computers and information systems. Joining me today, as always, is Stephanie. Howdy, everybody. I'm Eric, and today we thought we would pick back up on last week's 3 under 30 theme, which was Windows 11.
Yes. Yeah, since it's coming out, or you can get the beta version, we thought we
Right
would
now.
expand on that. Right now. Yeah. We put a
Do
link.
not delay. Please go make your life terrible by getting a beta version of Windows software and putting it on your only viable computer.
Oh my gosh. So
That's not a good idea? Wait.
I don't know. I've already looked at the differences between the Windows 10 and Windows 11, and I don't even know. I just, we've talked about this where we're not sure if we're going to switch or not. And
it does feel more like a Windows 10.5 kind of thing because I don't know, like moving the start to the middle instead of the left-hand side, that doesn't feel like earth-shattering differoences to me.
No, I feel like they're just trying to go for the Mac end of things, right?
The squared circles or the
rounded
circled
edges.
Squares. Yeah.
The rounded edges and the stuff in the middle. So the design and the interface are a little bit different. I don't know.
Right.
It really, I'm sure there's probably an option. Well, it did say, we did read that you can't change the taskbar.
Right.
So I'm wondering if they'll have an option where you can move it to the left side if you wanted. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it seems pretty superficial. I mean, so some of the things that I think, as like throwing a bone to us users maybe was the updated App Store. No, nobody's excited about that. I don't think anybody even knows it's there. It's one of the things like nobody uses.
I don't know why they use the Microsoft Store, but you can install the Amazon App Store, or you can have the Amazon apps with Windows 11.
Yeah, for Android, which is
for Android
by default. So that's kind of nice. And actually, so I use something called BlueStacks for my Windows PCs so I can run Android apps because I really hate like default Windows mail, and Outlook just kind of grates on me entirely. Although now that you can use two windows for Outlook, so I can have one window open for Outlook. Yeah, Outlook, that's what it's called. So I have, separate windows open for separate accounts. That's nice, but I actually just run Gmail
as a
separate window because otherwise it sucks.
I check my email on my phone all the time because I hate the Outlook. I just don't like it. But
yeah, it's just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But
it is.
I can see people being excited about like Instagram. You can just throw, the Instagram app up there, and instead of worrying about, well, how's it going to look on a big desktop monitor, it's just going to be in a little, virtualized window.
Yeah, it'll definitely be better for social media apps. That's for sure. Any of those.
Yep. Yeah, because the Twitter apps kind of stink on Windows too. So
they do. Even the ones where you can combine and organize stuff, they still stink. So that probably will be better with that. And I agree about the mail app. That will be nice. I probably would do that. And I don't know. So the other thing about Windows 11 is that if you buy any Windows 10 computer can have the upgrade for free. And it's probably going to be like Windows 8.1, where most people are going to be like, no.
Right. Yeah. Well, the thing about the upgrade is like only machines from, we looked it up, 2018 essentially and newer. And not all of those either, because they need something called a TPM, which is
the trusted platform module. And so you need that chip. Most of them should have it. Basically, remember that one article was like, if you bought a computer today, you'll be fine. And I'm thinking, well, what about the computers from 2018? Like, this is like, so don't, basically what they're saying is don't upgrade without saying it.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Which hopefully wouldn't be a huge deal, but like,
Yeah.
so I know I have two, now they're getting to be very old Surface devices, and neither of them is going to be able to do the update.
No. And you know, the other thing I was thinking of is, you know, 4 gig of memory is so the minimum requirements are 4 gig of memory, 64 gig of storage space, and then the 1 gigahertz processor, but it's
But like
dual core, right?
8th gen Ice Lake or a 2nd gen Zen for a Ryzen processor.
Yeah. So it has to be at least dual core, right?
I think so.
I think that's what they said. So, so really, 4 gig of memory, I have a feeling is just gonna lag.
It's gonna stink. I mean, so I did look really quickly, and Windows 10 will run on 1 gig of RAM, which, are you
no
kidding?
one runs it on 1 gig. You can't.
No.
2 gig is terrible.
I have 4 gig on my Surface Pro, and it's not good. Like at all.
So yeah. So if you want Windows 11, I would say buy an 8 gig. That's what I would say.
Yeah. So some of that will come with some pretty serious, like, red flags, honestly, for older machines, for sure.
Yeah, I would not upgrade. It's gonna be like Vista and Windows 8. It's gonna be a pain. So I shouldn't say it that way, but I just have this feeling like
yeah, they've earned it with the less than stellar history of, you know, product rollouts. Yeah. But I mean, how long have we had Windows 10? It's got to be 12 years.
Has it really been that long?
I think so.
Because Windows 7 just went out. I'm looking it up now.
Something we probably should have done before, but you can't think of all the questions we're going to talk about on the fly.
Yeah. And it was major release was in 2015 for Windows.
All right. I was way off then. Maybe it's just because 7 and 10 look and feel so identical.
Yeah. Well, Windows 7 was around forever and ever, it feels like. So, but then it's not going to, it'll be supported. Well, it'll be supported for 10 years. So by the time it's done, it'll be out 10 years. So 2015 to 2025. So that's okay. But the other thing is they're getting rid of Windows S. It's basically going to be Windows Home 11, Windows 11.
Right. And that's something for sure to watch out for, because like the Windows S machines that exist now, that's one of the things I know our students really hate, because, you know, they'll get a Windows S machine and then they don't quite fully realize that means they won't be able to go download any of the applications that we suggest for things. So that turns out to be a big deal a lot.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I never suggest Windows Home machines.
Right.
You know, it's just Home is always just a horrible operating system. You know, Professional or the other ones are better, but so this will be kind of interesting to see what they're doing with it then. What else do we have? Oh, Windows Teams, Microsoft Teams is added to the taskbar. I don't know.
For those of us who are still surviving the pandemic, Teams can go burn right in hell.
I hate it.
Yeah.
You know, Zoom just knows that I know the security issues with Zoom, and everybody's, you know, said that. There's nothing I do on Zoom that I care.
Yeah.
If somebody hacks into it, I don't have, you know, stored information on there that I care about. But, and Google Hangouts is way better than, well, it's not Hangouts anymore. It's Google Meet. Right. But Microsoft Teams, like that's bottom of the barrel. There is so much feedback. I just can't even.
According to UC
imagine.
Today, with Google.
My phone. Maybe I should shut off my phone so it's not going to answer me. There we go. So there's that.
I think what they're hoping to do with Teams is they want it to be like FaceTime and messages are on the Mac side, where you'll just message everybody from Teams, and then hopefully you'll install it on your phones and things like that. And I just think like that's not going to get adopted by anybody.
No, it's not. They're going to just, you know what they're going to do? They're going to go to the Amazon store. They're going to download all the Google stuff, and then they're going to just use that. That's what they're going to do.
They're going to go get Telegram or whatever and just completely, yes, I agree.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, and then they talked about their widgets, which I'm like, no one wants your dumb widget, especially when you can go to the App Store and get something that's better.
Maybe that's for anybody. If you use a widget that's worth a damn, let us know, because we thought about it and there's nothing compelling. And the one widget they forced down our throat recently was the weather widget, and it's like, get it the hell off of here.
Yeah, and I've been using my laptop lately, and then I got on my desktop, and that's the first thing I shut off is that the weather widget that they put on the taskbar now. I'm like, oh
yeah, totally useless.
I mean, I barely use it on my phone.
The one thing we did mention, or we should mention rather, is virtual desktops get a little bit more of a highlight here, and that's something that's been baked into Windows for quite some time now, and it's something that's here on a Mac. It's been forever, and I'm just not sure there's going to be a ton of people who are super excited about having. So the idea here is you could have a desktop for like work and another one for home, so that you can separate out those environments, which is maybe kind of nice sometimes, but I think most users, that's just a bridge further than they really need to go.
Yeah. Well, and then, we're so used to Windows 10, it's going to be hard to switch over. If you didn't use it previously, it'll be hard to switch over. Only if you've used it in, like, you're a Mac user and then you're on a Windows 11 computer at like home or at work or something, then maybe you'll use it. But I don't really see it being used much by people that aren't used to using it. And then, of course, Microsoft Edge is going to be it. There's no IE period, which will be fine.
Which is, oh my God, about time. Like, get it off of everything. I mean, I can't imagine why it's still being used anywhere. I mean, I know what the answer to it is technically. Like, there's a lot of services that only run using Internet Explorer. Change, like there was a lot of Neanderthals that were really put out by the whole evolution thing. They all died out. Like, Internet Explorer is that.
Yeah. So, and it's just annoying when it's on there, because I always type in Internet Explorer and I don't mean to. I mean to go to Edge. So that'll keep me from being an idiot. So that'll help.
Yeah. Or how many machines even we have at RVC that are still, you'll find it every so often and you're like, oh, shoot, I clicked on Internet Explorer.
Right.
That was a
it's on the taskbar probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Most of the machines we have at RVC won't even be able to update.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm going to tell you, our Cisco labs, those computers are nice, but they are not. We just got upgraded to Windows 10 last summer.
Right.
So, with that in mind, we're not going to upgrade to Windows 11 anytime soon.
No.
And Lord knows how it's gonna, you gotta test it on the network first. You can't just upgrade right away and then not expect any issues, with Active Directory or whatever's going on. So
oh my God. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that anymore. Honestly, it's one of those like, oh, you said Active Directory with the change in an OS, and I started flop sweating, and it's been 7 years since the last time I thought about having to do that.
Yeah. Well, that's what you got to think of.
Ugh, Danielle's, we're sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I love doing that stuff though. So.
Oh, just the first time you do the mass upgrade, and
Oh,
everything goes fine for a day or two, and then stuff just goes totally sideways. I hated
mhm,
that when we were moving from 7 to 10. It was just a
mhm.
nightmare for whatever reason. I don't
Yep.
even recall.
Yeah, and printing's always difficult. I don't know why,
Hmm.
but it always is.
All that stuff they should have fixed a million years ago,
Yes. Yeah. So,
but it keeps them in business. So there you
right.
have it. Some of the changes to expect for Windows 11. The one thing we should say, if we didn't already, is it is, if your system meets all the requirements and if you want it, a free upgrade. So that's at least nice because they've been doing that on like Mac and Linux sides for years. And not that Windows 10 wasn't free for most people for a long time, but
Right. And if
still.
you bought your computer like to this year, 2021, yes, the upgrade probably will be fine.
Hmm. Yeah. So there you have it, Windows 11. Leave us a comment below. Let us know if you are planning on updating to Windows 11, if you have already ran out there and tortured yourself with the beta version that's already available out there, or if you're going to avoid it entirely, or if there's any of the parts of Windows 11 that you think you might use. While you're down there, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe buttons and hit the bell to be notified of our content as it becomes available. You can also follow us on social media. We are at RVCCISInfo on Facebook, on Twitter, on anchor.fm, and here on YouTube. So on behalf of Stephanie and myself, Eric, and the rest of the Rock Valley College community, stay safe and stay sane out there, everybody.